Hi and welcome to Futurebred. I'll be your host, Michael. For those who are new, the basis of the channel is that in our formal education system, we have a class for history that teaches us to think in the past, when a lot of the time it would be much more useful for us to be thinking about the future. Futurebred, or future class as we sometimes refer to it, is a class for the future. We talk about a lot of different subjects on the channel, and the topic for this video is theoretically proving that we are not in a simulation. In the last video, I made the case that we are in a simulation, stating that our odds of being in a simulation were infinity to 1. Not great odds. Adversely, this would mean that our odds of being in the original universe are 1 to infinity. If you want to know how I came to this, check out the last video to get up to speed. Believing that if the universe is infinite, then there would have to be an infinite amount of intelligent life out there only works if you believe that the universe is teeming with life and that the conditions necessary for complex life to exist are a common occurrence in the universe. So, this video will be an investigation into the conditions necessary for intelligent life to exist and how rare that set of conditions might be. It's a brief overview of the rare Earth hypothesis, followed by some thoughts of my own. Scientists and people who study the rare Earth hypothesis have come up with 20 major conditions necessary to sustain intelligent life. These factors compound upon each other to create an astronomical odd that this would happen. On top of that, there are numerous other factors that contribute on a less significant scale toward making our experience a rare one. And since this field is new, there are undoubtedly a lot of uncovered factors that we'll learn about in the future. For now though, this is what we have to work with, so next I'll list a few of the 20 major factors, or great filters as they're sometimes called. 1. Water. Water is necessary for survival of all forms of life that we know about. Here on Earth, we have the temperature and conditions necessary for water to exist in all of its natural states. Evaporation and precipitation moves water around the planet naturally. Our change in temperature and help from the sun creates evaporation and condensation which purifies our water. 2. Our position in the universe. There is a very small zone within our solar system that is considered the habitable zone, which we happen to be in. Same goes for our position in the Milky Way galaxy. We are in a rare position in it. And some think that within the universe itself, that our galaxy may rest in a kind of sweet spot. 3. Our sun. When compared to other suns and stars, ours is uncommonly stable, and it just so happens that we are the perfect distance from it to absorb the heat that we need, yet far enough away to escape the major of its radiation. 4. The other planets in our solar system. Jupiter and the other 3 gas giants act as a shield for us, sucking up asteroids with their huge gravity before they are able to reach Earth. 5. The moon. The moon stabilizes our rotation. Our rotation, in turn, disperses an even amount of light and warmth onto the planet. The tilting axes, poles, give us seasons that also helps to keep the energy of the hemispheres balanced. 6. The magnetic fields created by our iron core protect us from the majority of the sun's radiation. Etc., etc., the list goes on. But now you start to get the point. Factors that compound onto each other to create an insanely rare occurrence. I'm not going to get specific, but imagine a number with 25 zeros attached to it. To refine that, based on what we know about the universe and compared to the rest of the universe as far as we can tell, the rarity of our experience here is an odd of 1 to a number with 25 zeros, that another planet could have the same conditions that we do. I'm getting into an area of pure speculation now. The numbers are too big and the factors are still mostly unknown. Still, we have another set of information that can make this slightly more interesting. Scientists and astronomers have estimated the amount of stars in our observable universe. Just for reference, the observable universe is 93 billion light-years wide, and it's growing all of the time due to the way that space is expanding and our ability to perceive it. never mind that for now. But for now, let's think of the observable universe as a bubble. Inside this bubble, of course, is Earth and our sun, and an astronomical amount of other stars and suns, many of those having planetary systems of their own. It just so happens that the number of stars and suns in the observable universe has 25 zeros attached to it, and is very close to satisfying the odds needed to be able to suggest that out of all the other planets in the observable universe, that there might be another one out there capable of sustaining intelligent life. That there may be one other out there like us. Who knows if it exists right now? Who knows if we'll ever meet it? Who knows if these statistics are way off? But it does create an interesting possibility. By concluding that there should be one other planet out there like ours, the conversation changes in that now we have something that is tangible. One last comment, one last speculation. The edge of the observable universe. I think that this might be the place for an amazing discovery to happen. From where we are, we can learn to focus on and even perceive with our tools the edge of the observable universe and set up experiments and studies for that edge. I think that we will have an opportunity to mine information about the way in which we perceive our reality from this brink. More specifically, topics of quantum physics that suggest that our perception of reality creates it. I think that by thinking about and watching the edge of the observable universe, we may be able to learn something very important about consciousness and our perception. Of course, the universe will grow and expand in any direction that we look at it, but can this be a good place to play with and detect how our perceptions relate to this, quote, observable universe? If we study this and find answers, what are the implications that can come back to us from there pertaining to our reality as we know it? I think it's possible that we can learn something from out there, but it's just a hunch. If you can hypothesize about what this would look like, you are very welcome, and please share in the comments section below so we can keep the ball rolling. In the next video, we'll talk about something a bit easier, the future of solar. Until then, have a good week, and I'll see you in the next one.